It's a question I hear all the time. Where should I be placing keywords within my Etsy listings? Today, I've got answers. For those who are new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at eRank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And knowing where your most important keywords should be placed on Etsy is insanely important, not just for ranking in search, but also so you don't look like a big goofy goober with keywords strung all over your shop for no reason. So today, I'll be sharing the areas of your listings that you can and should keyword optimize, as well as the areas of your listings that Etsy doesn't look at while ranking. Before we dive into the details, I just want to take a moment to give a quick shout out to this week's featured shop. Thanks so much for your love and support. If you'd like to submit for your own shout out, tag Handmade Alphas in a photo or a screenshot of yourself watching this video, either in your Instagram feed or Instagram stories. As we get started, it's important to keep in mind that keywords are just one of several ranking factors Etsy uses in order to place your items in search. To learn more about the other factors that contribute to ranking, be sure to watch this free workshop linked up here and down below. The keyword part of ranking on Etsy is actually called relevancy, which is basically how relevant your listing is to what people are searching for while shopping. If Etsy was a pond, our shoppers would be the fish, and listings are like the fishing hooks that we're casting out into the deep waters of Etsy search. In order to get fish to bite these hooks, they need to be visible. To do this, it's important to place your most relevant keywords in your listing's title and your listing tags, which will hold the most weight in search placement. And remember, we aren't guessing these keywords. We're using data-driven keyword research tools like eRank.com to find key phrases associated with your products that Etsy shoppers are actually searching for. To learn exactly how to do this, be sure to watch my 12-minute Etsy SEO tutorial linked up there. So, tags and titles, obviously important. Next, you'll want to make sure that your attributes are filled out as accurately as possible. These are the little drop-down menus under your listing title, which contain key details about your item, such as the size, color, and style. Etsy tells us that these areas are seen as being similar to tags, so be sure to fill out only those that apply to your listings. If you have a few that don't apply to your item, it won't hurt you to leave them blank. Lastly, as of Etsy's latest algorithm update, your listing description is now another factor that Etsy uses when determining the rank of your item in search. But this doesn't mean that you need to totally reconstruct your descriptions. In fact, in this video up here, I discuss everything that we know about keywords and descriptions based on this update, so be sure to check that out later. The key takeaway from that video is that descriptions currently seem to be one of the lowest factors in the Etsy ranking totem pole. So focus on placing the key phrases that you want to be known for into natural sentences within your listing descriptions. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably know my golden rule of Etsy SEO, which is never change the tags and title of a listing that is already performing well. This is because it's easy to accidentally remove a term that you could have been broad matching or exact matching for in search. And because I give this advice, I also constantly have sellers who tell me that they're terrified to change things, like their listing photos, their materials, pricing, or their shipping profiles for best-selling items. But there's no need to fear. The only areas that influence your listing and search are those that I previously mentioned: your title, your tags, your attributes, and your description, just a tiny bit. The only way changing a listing photo could negatively impact your shop is if that thumbnail doesn't look as attractive to your buyers as a previous thumbnail. And that has nothing to do with SEO and everything to do with buyer perception. So as we ramp up for the busy holiday shopping season, take time to spruce up your shop and adjust listings when necessary. Over at eRank.com, we're already observing early holiday shopper behavior, which means that just like last year, we can expect the holiday shopping wave to hit as early as September. Overall, success on Etsy means understanding the Etsy algorithm and working alongside it to help build strong signals that help Etsy to understand what you want your shop to be known for. And with a little science, a lot of data, and some help from a trusted Etsy SEO expert, you'll be well on your way to Etsy success. Cue the funky lo-fi beat.